This is about you. This is about what are those key constraints for you? Business, time, relationships, self. This is what we're going to be going through. Here's some really great books around expansion. Things like Living from a Place of Surrender or The Untethered Soul. From the last event, who listened to at least episode 1 of Michael Singer's podcast since the last? Can we have a mic for Phil, please, at the back?
I felt like Neo from the Matrix. Yeah, I could see the code, and it was a bit of a moment there. So it's if anyone hasn't listened to it, definitely listen to it.
The Michael Singer podcast.
Go to episode 1. If you hear about tumultuous waters, you're on the right path.
Yes.
Yeah.
Episode 1, you got to say episode 1. It's very potent.
And like I'm a tradie, so like all the spiritual stuff and all that kind of stuff, it's all voodoo to me. But it's much deeper than that. So I'd strongly recommend it. Yeah, it's good stuff.
What I loved is in the last probably 6 weeks since we've been talking, and then you listen to that as well. Like how I see the shift in your presence. Your energy is very much more grounded and certain and present, and Absolutely. It's wonderful to see.
Yeah,
wonderful to see.
I'm aware of when that happens, when I get into that mood.
Stop, take 3 breaths.
Yeah,
because you're like,
that's it. But instead of someone saying that to me now, I do that automatically. I'm like, you know what? I'm in that mood. Okay, all right, no, it's all good. The universe is showing me what needs to happen.
And as Nick taught at the last event, it's a nervous system is a pattern behaviour. It's going getting heightened and making us tighter and anxious and blunt. But when you can recognise that, we can also then change it.
Powerful stuff.
It's good. Amazing to see. So expansion, it's a very, very broad term, right? Well, the one that I like for me that as a reference is, if you're walking along, and imagine you had a bungee, you got all these different bungee cables tied to your back, right? And they're all different lengths. And as you walk forward, one of them starts getting tight, right? And you're like, and as you try and go further, it gets tighter. But if you don't keep moving and that discomfort, it'll pull you back again. And how hard it pulls you back and how long you stay there depends on how much you want to be in that comfort place. Okay, cool, I'm just going to be here, and then we're going to have the universe is going to go slap again with a few things and probably slap you harder and maybe hit you with a sledgehammer to try and get you to wake up and say you need to actually go through this discomfort to get that bungee cable to break or disconnect. Then you get a period where, okay, I'm in between the next one now. And it's gradually, because it's wanting to pull us back to that place. And that pull us back. And that's our mind pulling us back to safety. Keep it safe because it's not uncomfortable. It's not scary, it's not challenging. And everything in our lives that we have right now, everything that you've manifested, everything in front of you, every object, thing, situation, relationship, everything is a result of who we have been being up until pretty much yesterday has created what we see today. But who we show up as today is how we make tomorrow look different. And you have done that. If you look at the 10x is easier than 2x, book theory of the gap and the gain, if you're focusing on the gain and you look back 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you've overcome and grown and evolved incredibly in so many areas, right? And if we look at that gain that we've had, is the focal point, rather than, I'm where I am and it's a bit shit and I should be somewhere else. If you're shooting all over the place, all you're doing is holding yourself stuck where you are. You're just making it an excuse of like, I should be here, but it's like I can just be defeatist and a victim of my own circumstances or of someone else and be stuck. Or we could take full self-responsibility and change it and do something about it and go, you know what? I'm actually really grateful to be where I am right now. Because whilst maybe I'm not where I wanted to be financially, the version of me right now is the strongest it's ever been. I'm showing up more consistently. I'm not as reactive. I'm a better parent. I'm a better partner. I'm a better friend. Like whatever it is. What are you measuring it on? What are you measuring it against? Because if you're labeling yourself as, should be here and should be here, what's the most important thing? Suffering only comes when we don't fully accept what we have right now, what's in the present moment. That's the only time that we have any. I think it's like, if you're like, you know what, I'm really grateful to be here. My goal is to get there, but it doesn't take away from the amount of gratitude I feel for where I am. But it's so easy to go, yeah, it's okay being here, but I really want to be there. But so now we're putting ourselves over here in the future somewhere that doesn't exist yet, and that's creating tension or suffering, right? So we've got to be careful of that. What things have blocked you from expanding in the past for you? Just shout them out.
Self-belief.
Self-belief. What else? Fear. Yep. Money stories. Oh, social conditioning. Yep. Family and friends. Yep. Money. Keep them coming. Time. Skills. A yes person, yep. Good guidance. There's a whole bunch. We could probably keep going. There's probably, I'm sure there's thousands of them. But these are all the things that block us. But it's funny, often we know what's actually blocking us, but we still let it block us because we don't want to face the discomfort. We don't want to move past that to get to the other side of that block.